Hey, this is Sebastian for the Metal Gods Meltdown, and I'm joined by
Joel Hoekstra of Whitesnake.
It's awesome to be chatting to you tonight, and congratulations on the new album, Dying to Live. The reviews I've seen and even written have all been glowing. What are your feelings?
Oh, yeah, that feels fantastic. I mean, it was a labor of love for me, for sure, so it's very exciting to see the amazing reception it's getting.
I've tried to do a bit of a different twist on this question, as I'm sure you've been asked it loads. So here goes. Your previous solo albums were instrumental, and this lineup has 13 after your name. Why specifically the number 13?
Oh, it's just been a lucky number of sorts for me. I was born on the 13th, and a lot of important life events seem to fall on the 13th. And really, I think I get a lot of free advertising from all the 13s around, right, after a while. So, it's a project name. Joel Hoekstra's 13 is really the project name. I didn't really think this sounded like a guitar player's solo album. So I went with an actual project name. So that's Joel Hoekstra's 13.
Okay. So are you getting more excited or even nervous as the release date approaches?
Well, I'm still working on the promo quite a bit. There's still a couple more singles coming out. There's already 3 out online right now for those that want to do pre-order from Amazon or iTunes. They'll get the first 3 singles immediately with that purchase. I should mention that the album comes out October 16 on Frontiers Records. So I'm still working on the promo for the next couple singles. So it's still going, man. The work hasn't ended. So I really, that's kind of a blessing in a way. I haven't really had much of a chance to put it in perspective or, as you said, feel nervous or anything about it. I'm just trying to get my work done with it.
How long had you actually been working on the album, and was it an easy process to get such a stellar lineup involved?
Really, from the time I wrote the very first riff till it'll be released is a couple of years, 2 years, and a lot of that has to do with how busy I've been and with how busy these amazing musicians on the album are, waiting on people's schedules to be able to finish it. But in terms of how easy it was for the lineup to come together, it came together very easily, and it was quite shocking to me, really. I didn't set out to do a quote-unquote super band album. I just wanted to do a cool melodic hard rock album. And that's all I set out to do. It just so happened that everybody I asked said yes. So I started with Tony Franklin. I had just finished another project with him. And I said I want to do a straight-ahead vocal album. And just make it cool vocal stuff, not progressive, no long guitar solos and things of that nature. I just want to make it cool rock songs. And he said, yeah, that sounds great. And I said, well, who would you want to use on drums for something like that? And he recommended Vinny Appice. So getting Vinny in the fold was awesome. I mean, I've been a fan of his since I was a kid. And then when it came time to get a singer, Russell Allen had just signed up to do the Trans-Siberian Orchestra tour that I do every year. So I checked him out, was like, this guy's amazing. He's got to be the guy for this. And he was willing to sing on it. And from there, I had Russell singing on the front half of the album and what songs were ready at that point. And I called in a favor from my friend Jeff Scott Soto and said, would you be willing to sing backgrounds on this stuff? I know that you're overqualified, but it would certainly be a cool favor. Jeff and I have co-written and worked together in the past, and so he was nice enough to do that. And then as it became clear it was going to be a project album, I really thought it would be great to have Jeff sing lead on it as well. There were some songs coming that were just perfect for his voice, and really, ultimately, he just brought more to the party. I mean, I have 2 of the best singers in rock today singing on this album, and that's a great luxury to have. Then after I got done laying down my guitars, there was still some room for keyboards to kind of tie it all together, add the right sounds and textures. So I asked Derek Sherinian, and he was willing to play on it. And all of a sudden, I had one of the greatest lineups to ever play on a classic rock album. I mean, it's really cool. I'm very honored to have all of these guys on there, and feel very blessed that they were willing to bring my songs to life for me.
Lonely street, I'm still near only seem to increase the fear that our safe place can only lie forsaken. And if I ever saw it, all I'd feel is pain. There's no denying that I've lost my way, or that I'm crying every single day, and I can't seem to fight the fact I've gone astray. I long for the days, I long for the days in your soul. Sometimes facts are hard to find, and new beginnings are hard to write, but I need to fix this lonely heart. It's breaking. Ooh. But now the stars have fallen, and I know their names. There's no denying that I've lost my way, or that I'm lying all alone today, and I just own the burden and a lot of pain. I long for the days, I long for the days. Oh, in your soul, baby, I never know why I need more. Oh, I pushed away the pain is here to stay. Oh, yeah. I can feel it, I can feel the there's no taking back, and there is no rewind. No, there's no denying that I've lost my way, or that I'm crying every single day, and I can't seem to fight the fact I've gone astray. I long for the days. There's no denying that it's here to stay, or that I'm lying all alone today, and I just own the burden and a lot of pain. I long for the days, I long for the days in your soul. I don't know why I ever needed more. I need to fix this lonely heart. Why did I push you away? I'll see you again. I need to fix this reason I am this way. No, I'll see you again. To fix this lonely heart. The pain is here to stay. I'll see you again. To fix this lonely heart that's breaking.
How would you best personally describe the album then?
Well, like I said, it's melodic hard rock that I would describe as Dio-ish at its heaviest and Foreigner-ish at its lightest. It's a diverse album, but it also has a flow and a very a unique sound to it, I think, a cohesive sound. So while I would fall short of calling it a concept album, the lyrics all do have a theme, and that's about overcoming the obstacles in your life to finally arrive where you're meant to be. I think all of us have those struggles in our own lives to become the person that we want to be, and this album is really about those struggles.
Obviously, you love all of the tracks, but which song would you say actually encapsulates the whole album?
It's really impossible for me to do, and that's why it's been a tricky album to promote, because every single that comes out, everybody kind of overreacts online to, oh, this is the way the whole album is going to sound, and it really isn't the case. I think, if you take the heaviness of Say Goodbye to the Sun or Dying to Live, which are very Black Sabbath or Dio-ish sounding tracks to me, all the way to kind of like a popish, AOR-ish type song like Start Again, it's quite a diverse sound. It was a tricky thing to sequence the album correctly so that it flowed nicely and didn't shock anybody from track to track. But anyway, it's very hard for me to pick one song that encapsulates the album because of that. So I do hope people will give it a shot. I think it's going to be a trick. It's going to take all the support and promo I can get, because I feel like it's not like a known band putting on an album where people are willing to give it a shot just because they know the name. There's a lot of people who don't know who I am out there still, and some people are just kind of learning who I am, and I just hope they'll give it a shot. I think that if people out there are fans of melodic hard rock, they're not going to be disappointed in this album.
Whispered in my ear, you showed me fantasies that only disappear. Yeah. I'll never know why
mean, obviously it will be difficult to get everyone in for a tour with their different commitments, but will you be doing some live shows at some stage in support of the album with maybe session musicians or something?
Well, step one is getting this album out, and right now the buzz that's happening with it is fantastic. If the demand is there, I'm going to try and have some live support for it. I am hearing from promoters already, which is really fun considering the album isn't out for another almost 3 weeks. So, I'm going to piece together what I can and figure out a way that the album can be represented in a decent way live. I wouldn't want to take it out and put out a poor product live. I spent a lot of time on the album to make sure the quality was really high, and I would want to do the same live. I wouldn't want to just to play.
How's the White Snake experience been so far, and anything that stands out especially for you that's been a highlight?
Man, it's been great. Working with David is awesome. He's rock royalty. One minute he's cracking you up with his charm and his wit. The next he's telling you stories about working with Jimmy Page and Richie Blackmore. I mean, not many people can do that. So he has my utmost respect, and he's been very supportive of me and encouraging. And I feel like he's it's a great partnership that we have right now, or whatever, however you want to term it. Employee and employer. It's going great. I love working for David. He's awesome, and to be in a killer lineup with Tommy Aldridge on drums, I mean, forget it. That guy's a legend, and to be in a guitar team with Reb Beach is just awesome, man. Reb is. Everybody knows he's a great lead player, but he's such a great rhythm guitar player too. So locking on these Whitesnake riffs live with him is just a total pleasure. And in terms of highlights, I mean, I would go with the whole opening run here in the U.S. We just got done with 3 months, and it just exceeded all expectations for me. David was singing great, and as I said, playing with this amazing lineup is a true pleasure. And I'm one of those guys that really enjoys the whole interactive experience with the fans, and so I just love being on the road and connecting with all the fans. So I really enjoyed the whole opening run.
similar question in a way. I mean, you're obviously a very, very busy man and achieved so much in your career and are living the dream. Do you have to pinch yourself sometimes when you're on stage to make sure you aren't actually dreaming?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like, when I was a kid, I used to practice with drummers a lot, and I would look at them and jam with them, and that's sort of been a thing that I've done my entire career. Is enjoyed turning around and making eye contact with the drummer and playing with him. And for me on this gig to turn around and see it's Tommy Aldridge back there is just too fun.
So can you tell me why we should buy Dying to Live?
I think it's really, I'm biased, but I think it's a really high quality album of melodic hard rock. It was a labor of love for me, really. So I think if anybody enjoys that style that I'm describing, that Dio-ish at its heaviest and Foreigner-ish at its lightest, I think they'll really dig it. And as I said, I think it's one of the coolest lineups to ever play on a classic rock style album. So I think that if people enjoy that genre of music, they should give it a go, and hopefully they'll dig it.
Well, I'd like to thank you for your time. It's been absolutely awesome. If you can give me some final words for our listeners and your fans.
Well, I just appreciate any support in advance. As I said, it's a bit of an uphill challenge here for me to get the word out on the album. So thank you for your fantastic review, by the way, and thank you for taking the time to do this interview. I just appreciate the support on any level. I feel very blessed to make a living playing guitar. It's a difficult business these days, so I try not to take it for granted and give the fans their hard-earned money's worth. So thanks a lot. Hey everybody, this is Joel Hoekstra of Whitesnake, and you're listening to the Metal Gods Meltdown.